What is public education? Public education is a compensatory system that is paid through federal and state tax dollars based on the number of children who are enrolled in the system. It's important that we understand the nature of public education and the benefit of public education, because failure should never be the option. Irregardless of how I feel about the urgency of really addressing the failed public education system, it may not be everyone's ideal that we should address this right now. But I feel that this is 2019, in the middle of the year. There's an election coming up next year. And the conversation is not about the failed public education system across this nation regarding black children. And it's more than a majority in the public education system that are scoring below the 50th percentile for reading and math. And what that means, if you're below grade level, means that you will struggle every year, and there is no catch-up. And the obligation to understand the benefit of public education is on the parent. So I'm going to do some training, because that's the only way I know how to get the word out, to ensure that everyone knows that the battle is theirs and theirs alone. Look forward to catching up with you. Please email me if you have any, or inbox me if you have any questions. One of the reasons that I really wanted to do advocacy for public education is because so many black people really just don't understand that failure should never be the option. And so working with other families whose children receive F year after year, failure, and that's a letter grade F. F. Understand me. It's even difficult to communicate what the conversation should be. The conversation around public education and the black community is at the edges of reality. We all know that we are living under an oppressive, failed system, and that we are the harvest. And by the harvest, I mean that no matter what happens, somebody's going to get a paycheck, and somebody's going to go on vacation, and most likely the vacation is going to be to the European countries. And in America, we understand too who has not been able to access the system. And since Brown versus the Board of Education in the state of California, the responsibility to oversee the benefit for all people just doesn't happen. And if failure is allowed to happen in the state of California for black people, understand that it's happening nationwide. So it's time to really start talking about what's going on in America. It's time to understand before this next election that we understand the power in the vote, and that we understand the power in just showing up. We have to show up, regardless if you understand what you need to do when you show up. You still need to be present. We have to be living in the present, understanding the power in being present is the demand, the accountability for the failed public services that we are mandated to participate in. All right, that's enough for now. Have a great day. I'll be back in a little bit.